Yo, what is going on, everyone? Welcome to a album reaction, or technically it's a re-listen. Today we'll be venturing into Trout Mask Replica, the very controversial, polarizing cult classic. And this would be my third time listening to it. I heard it first way back then, probably 5-6 years ago. You know, kind of was like weird and you have to listen to it. So I did. I kind of felt, it's not the weirdest bad thing in the world. And then I heard it the second time and I absolutely despised it. And now we're going to see what what it is on the third listen. If you guys want more music reactions, album reactions, let me know down below. As you see on my wall, I love music. It's actually my profession, but I am ass at it. But that's just how it goes sometimes. All right, let's dive into the Trout Mask Replica by Captain Beefheart and his magic band. Track 1, Frownland.
My smile is stuck. I cannot go back to your Frownland.
See, like,
I cannot go back to your land of gloom, where black jagged shadows remind me of the coming of your doom.
I actually really like the lyrics. And you can sense like the instrumentals trying to find something, find some rhythm. And you know the background story to it, obviously.
It is not too late for me, without an eagle flying.
Yeah.
With no man lying. And no one dying by the head. My smile is stuck. I cannot go back to your proud land.
Yeah. Move on from
I
them.
cannot go back to your proud land.
Okay, it seems we're going to the dust blows forward and the dust blows back.
There's old Gray with her dove-winged hat. There's old Green with her sewing machine. The sun's eyes. When am I gonna die? And a lipstick Kleenex
And a lipstick.
hung on a pointed forked twig. The Bobby girls.
So is it just gonna be
Never
different
was
takes?
my hobby girl.
Right, yeah.
Handful of worms and a pole fishing.
They really are setting the atmosphere. You know? At least they're doing that.
Rumbling.
Okay.
That's how blues.
That's how blues.
That's how blues.
Get closer to you guys. Be intimate with you. That voice. See how low it is?
The world can't forget that misery. Snow, walk to rain, and showers and skeletons dancing and screaming. It died in the ovens, carving smoke and dying by the dozens down.
Yeah, the inclusion of the horns right there was a little bit off. Like I was vibing everything else. It just came in awfully.
World War III.
It attracted a lot of rats, and they closed the doors.
I see that. I really like that one, but like I didn't really like the brass coming in there.
So they got one time.
It like when it got introduced, it was just like so random and just I didn't like it from a production standpoint. We got Ella Guru.
Now here she come walking, looking like a zoo. Hi Ella Guru. Hi Ella Guru.
The bass is nice
Hi
here.
yellow, hi red, hi blue, she flew.
Okay. I was vibing with it, and then the worst harmonies I've ever heard, man. And everything was going so well before that. Yeah, Fats and Bulbous. Yeah, I remember this one. Fats and Bulbous. But see, that's the thing. See, now that it's established, this is like the vocals. It sounds like solid. But when they first introduce it, that's where it's really jarring. See, that's the thing. Like, I think each song has like great parts to them, but then suddenly it just like there's something that gets inserted that just kind of throws me off. And like in a bad way too, where like I'm like, I don't know if I want to listen to it again. All right, this is Hair Pie Bake 1. So that was kind of like the first part of the album, little intro, and now we have this sort of like stack of songs in between Hair Pies. Hair Pie. I'm trying to understand the purpose, the intention of this song. Ooh. I love the guitars, how they just came in there. Or at least how it was like kind of building up to it. Really, this whole song's kind of been building up, right? We're just kind of going from like very distant sounds, and we're getting just folding closer and closer. Yeah, I really like that. That as a like creative decision. See now we're just all the music's in the front now. That's cool, man. Yeah, and the drums are nice. They're really punchy. Yeah, there's a weird like drunken feeling with the guitar here and the drums. It makes it just so groovy. Nice. Yeah, wow. What a transformation this song went through. Like, it started off really distant and like, okay, we're just tuning stuff. And then there was like a abrasive like loudness of the horns or like trumpet or whatever it is. And then, yeah, now see, that's completely gone now. It's all drums, guitars. Wow, that's cool. That's cool, man.
It's a bush recording. We're out recording the bush.
Bush recording.
Name of the composition is Neon Meat Dream of an Octofish.
Neon Meat Dream of an Oct.
No, it's Hair Pie.
Interesting, right? Yeah, just like he gathers people and is like, hey, this is the band, it's my idea, it's so weird and different. You know, like I could see. I see some parts of the vision. Never go to Moonlight in Vermont.
From Tuesday to Friday.
Love the guitars are nice here.
Gone. High society.
Yeah.
Lost his head and goes to show what a moon can do.
Goes to show.
Moonlight on the map. Give me that
Oh, okay. I thought we were gonna get a drum solo there.
time religion for you. Give me that old time.
Yeah, lyrically, right? He has like his obviously like his own way of like speaking to us. I would have liked to know like more about verse 1 because it's like a lot about animals. I think this one is very kind of simple to get, but yeah. Give me the old time religion. Wasn't bad again, and see the instrumental, the production was great. It wasn't really like offbeat. more bluesy. I think we really kind of tapped into some more bluesy stuff with Bake and Moonlight. Pachuco Cadaver.
Got me?
Yeah, Fast and Bulbous, yeah. Fast and Bulbous. I remember that. I don't know, the word I'm thinking now is swampy. Is that right? That's just how I feel right now. Swampy.
She wears her pants like a prison. Takes her fancy in the pants. A sedan skims along the floorboard. 29 Walmart. Rooted in Alabama. Raw Indian. She 99, she won't go down. Full of tunes. Drives a cartoon around. Drives a cartoon around. Sombreros. Wrap her high-top horse and shoes. When she unfolds her umbrella, Pachuco's got the blues. Her loving make me so happy. If I smile, I crack my chin.
Yeah.
Her eyes are so peaceful. Thinks it's heaven she been. Her skin is as smooth as the daisies in the center where the sun shines.
Yeah. Poetic,
Smiles
man.
as sweet as honey. Her teeth as clean as the cones where the bees go. When she walks,
inviting, wow.
flowers surround her.
Walks around.
Let their nectar come into the air around her. She loves her.
I really dig that. I'm not really into like a lot of the time poetry when it comes to music, but that one really felt just like reciting your love in like a weird way with like the flowers. They described it very well, very heartfelt actually. And yeah, this really does, with the ways albums and lyrics are presented. Two albums that really pop out to me are Deltron and In the Aeroplane, because those two just have such this weird way of lyricism and songwriting. Easily, I mean, already this one is in that same level. If not, it's probably above those ones. But it's its own like weird approach. But that's kind of the uniqueness of it all. I'll say too, as we've kind of gone on more and more, the production has gone a lot better. Now we're on Bill's Corpse. I'm trying to find the pocket.
We're doing well, the goldfish in the bowl lay upside down, floating. The only way they ever all got together was not in love but shameful grief. It's not the way I like it.
Yeah, right. Like you don't want the times that you're together with people to be like bad ones. That's smooth. Oh, that just transitioned into Sweet Sweet Bulb. Wow. Amazing transition. Ooh, God. That could, I don't know what it was. And the lyric to Kiss. Wow. Ooh, the guitar is killing it, bro. I actually got goosebumps. Wow. Negativity then goes crazy. That's that. Wow. Yeah, I'm yeah, again, I feel like it loses itself and then comes back. Was that it? That's my favorite song so far, bro. That was amazing. I love that. That might encapsulate the album. I don't know. Neon meets Dream of the Octopus. That was the one song he said before.
incest, ingest, injust, in feast, in specks, in speckled, speculation.
Cynthia.
Deadlocks, rottling feast, meaty, meat rows and hairs, meaty, dream, wet,
Okay.
meat, light.
Yeah, a lot of this too, it just sounds like a drugged out psychosis, you know?
Stroman, serum, in semen, in syrup, in semen, in serum, stir it in syrup.
Okay. There's some words in there that I never would have thought of putting together. There's imagery that will never leave my brain ever again. Alright, now we got China Pig, I believe. That was probably the most polarizing song, I think, maybe besides The Dust Blows Forward. Okay, are we gonna go with this like lo-fi kind of distant recording? I think we might. Okay, yeah, that's probably gonna be the whole China Pig. Yeah, I don't really know what to make of that one. I really like what they were saying in the beginning, when it came to the whole thing of like, pig has to live and man has to eat. But it is pretty hard to hear what he's really saying because it's so far away. I know that's the type of song this is, but can't help but feel kind of like, Okay, that's gonna transition into My Human Gets Me Blues. Oh no. Now we go into it. Okay. My Human Gets Me Blues. Okay, see? And how we transition from something very far off, lo-fi, bad quality, recorded. Look at this one. Vocals like in the front. They're very clear, crisp. That's pretty crazy.
Just keep coming, Jesus, you're the best dressed. You look down in the sky, but you don't scare me.
Yeah.
'Cause I got you here in my blues.
Yeah.
With your jaw hanging slack and your hair's curling like an old Navy fox. The way you were dancing, I knew you'd never come back.
Damn.
You were straighter to keep your old black crack patent shoes. In this lifetime, you got My Human Gets Me Blues.
This is such a crazy blues song. Like a challenging God in a way.
Well, the way you've been all laid, I could see the fear in your windows. Brow, a silver bow, rings up in inches. Cause he never had a doll. Cause everybody made him a boy. And God didn't think to ask his preference.
Damn. Okay. How progressive. That's insane. I really enjoyed that one. Now we're going to Dolly's car. Yeah, I'm still kind of impressed, like that China Pig into My Human Gets Me Blues transition. Probably one of the more like opposite side of the spectrum track to track transitions I've heard in a while. It's really cool. Okay, this one seems like it might just be these guitars. Ooh. Man, if that was used in a full song. I want to know the theory behind this song. Like, where is he going? Where is it going? Yeah, I need to look this song up. Because I feel like they're grooving, but they're also like mistaking. And like, it's not even like jazz where it's like, you know, that's the point of it. This is, I don't know how this sounds. It's very interesting to me. Okay, that's gonna get, oh, hair pie bake number 2. So we bake, if we're kind of like sectioning this off, right? We have like the first 5 tracks, and then hair pie bake 1 into Dolly's car. That section. Now we're at the hair pie bake 2, and we'll see where kind of that leads us into. Hey, I just realized too, there's no piano in this song, right? And we've changed like 10 times already. I do appreciate that though. Like, it really sounds like this, the way that this is like being played and the vision of it. It's like ignoring like time signatures and like and tempos and stuff. It's just kind of like, okay, no, I want this to change now. I can kind of respect that. It doesn't make it for pleasant listening, not really, but now we're in Pina.
Fast and bulbous. Bulbous also tapered.
That's right.
Okay, that was just to get him on his cue. Okay, yeah, and we're still on this song.
Pina, her little head clinking like a barrel of red velvet balls, full past nice. Treats fill her
New
eyes,
voice.
turning them yellow like enamel-coated tacks. They're hard not to pour. Out enjoying the sun while sitting on a turned-on wop red salt ran over crystals. I need a band-aid to the area side. Oh well, if they'll bugs, let escape one yellow butterfly the same size.
That just like socked us in the face. It was like, what was that? Next track is basically going to be what I was going to say. Well,
I froze in solid motion, well, then I begin to dream. My mind cracked like custard, well, till it showed in pain.
okay, I didn't really have much to say about that one, to be honest. Kind of just came out one ear and went out the other one. We're on when Big Joanne sets up.
Too small, her head like a ball. She's tied off a horse.
These vocals are ridiculous. That crazy horn is back. It's like the trumpet was laughing.
Too fat to go out in the daylight, so she rolls around all night.
That's crazy. She's too fat to go out. Come on,
I
man.
just saw the thread with the droop body up all night. I won't droop if you won't talk about your hands being too small.
Why are you out here?
She ain't built for going naked, so she can't wear any new clothes. I'll go to the beach. They laugh at her body because her hands are too small. When Big Joan sets up,
Not even because she's
her
big.
hands are too small.
It's just her hands she's focusing on. Or they're focusing on too.
Up over a Merc Montclair.
Yeah. Whoa, that was so interesting. See, why do I actually kind of like the message behind this song? Like, if I'm just reading a little bit deeper into it, insecure, body shaming, but he's also kind of lending out the hand a little bit. Like, hey, I'll stay with you too. But let's not talk about the reason you're feeling insecure, which is your hands. And even too, people are probably focusing on the hands, not actually the body. That's what you're magnifying. Okay. Now we're in Fallen Ditch.
Now we won't have to worry about Rocket Morton with any of those girls.
Rocket Morton takes off again into the wind.
Interesting decision to keep in, like, the direction.
How's that full of spirit? How's that full of things?
Oh wow, that was a crazy change up with the rhythm. It was not there at all, and then just suddenly, just like the springy. Ooh, I love that little hi-hat into the I really like the drums right now. Again, that one had some parts I did really enjoy. Okay, well now we're hitting into Sugar and Spikes. New drums. Yeah, this album came out in 1969. I remember this was back then. I didn't know it was 69. So this coming out around that time is insane. Picture the track list is the stuff I'm hearing right now. Like the length of it. Because if it ends at like 40 minutes or something, like after this track technically, you know, I try to make sure.
White ants running, black ants crawling.
Okay, we're going into
Yellow
Ant-Man
ants
beat.
dreaming, brown ants longing. All those people longing to be free. Ant-Man beat. Ant-Man beat.
I love the attitude in this one.
They won't leave each other alone. Let us free.
Oh wow.
Why do you have to do?
Kind of love the perspective of the ants.
Set us free.
Yeah.
Why do you have to do this?
It's more harmonic, that's nice.
You have to do this.
Hey, I like this one. And I guess besides like the last track, this is like the catchiest one. You got Fast and Bulbous. It's a shame there's only instrumental right now. I actually really like his voice on this one. Really wanted to hear more of that. Right? That's the first time he's saying this in this, as we're like 50 minutes in already. And again, the drums, there's something so humanistic about them. Like, I can't describe it. There's like some amateur elements here, but then like, it still sounds like put together.
Cloud caught a piper cub's tail, the match struck blue.
Now we got Orange Clawhammer.
I'm on the bum where the hobos run. Whole watch pocket. And above it, read a sign, Painless Parker. Licorice twisted around under a fly. I was shanghaied by a high-hat beaver mustache man. Water, salt water.
I don't really know what to make of those sections sometimes.
Wildlife
Yeah,
I'm going up
not really for me.
for the rest of my life.
I will go on to wildlife.
Along with my wife. I'm going up on the mountain for the rest of my life. Wildlife. Wildlife.
See, it sounds like it's not mixed properly, bro. And I know Zappa, was on this one, so he thought this was a good thing, a good sound, something pleasurable. It doesn't sound when it just comes in. Like, see, right now it sounds okay, but like when they first introduce it, it just.
Wildlife. Wildlife.
It's so out of tune still. That's the thing.
Wildlife. Wildlife.
Yeah. This just doesn't sound that pleasurable to me, man. And not even like I can't even applaud it for being like creative. It's just like it just doesn't sound good. And I get that's the direction, but I can't. No. Again, I feel a lot of the time I like songs or how they go, but then there's certain elements they add I'm not a big fan of.
Note the clever slate.
She's too much for my mirror.
The way this shit music make me never want to use it. Oh, Chicago, she's a woman to make a young man a bum. That little red fall.
I love how it's swinging back and forth.
She make things roll. She got me way over here and I'm hungry and cold. Back when I thought you were my friend, now I find out she's a floozy.
Oh.
I remember the butterflies and the sweet smell of corn in the bubbling fish in that little pond. Oh!
Actually, really, let's see that one I enjoyed too. This is Hobo Changba.
Starwood Claw, landing my jaw. I can't call it music, it's just something soothing. Feather time to feather, morning time to thaw.
What is this? See the horns, they just don't fit well, man. It's a new voice at least, right?
The rails I ride on the stand, the beast arise I'm trusting. The rails I ride on the stand,
no, man. No. Not like this. I do not like this song. The blimp, that's over now. Oh my god. That sounds like a parody, man. Now we got the blimp, mouse trap replica. This is like a game show.
There you go.
That sounds like some pianos.
Sure did. That's beautiful. I think that we have another one take and just use that as is for the album. Okay, I'm gonna listen to it back now. I gotta go back to it.
I don't really know, man. You can kind of do without this, but it's the album process they're kind of showing you. We are now in Steel, Softly Through Snow.
Softly through sunshine, steal softly through snow.
Hey.
Kills.
So that's crazy.
Between the mirror breaks my heart, but I can't go.
Okay. It seems we are on Old Farts at Play. That was a solid song.
Pot-bellied old fart. Smell this through his important breather holes, cleverly dialed from within.
So heavy.
Okay. We're at the final track. Veterans Day Poppy. I wonder how it would end an album like this.
Veterans Day Poppy. My days after rain and warm my breath. She cries. He don't get me high. He can only make me cry.
Hey, yeah. Yeah, it has like surfer vibes, you know? Like some grungy surfer blues. I know it's like a lot of words I'm thinking together, but hey. Yeah. I love his breakdown. Yeah. Bro, this is so smooth, man. Yeah. Yeah, I love his guitars, man. See, somehow it's ending with like one of the best parts of the album. I don't know. I don't really know how to describe the ending. Like, how do we go through all that and then we just kind of end on a pretty solid note? And yeah, that's it. Like you would think like there would be like another monologue or something about the album, you know, because that's kind of what this entire thing was doing. But no, that's it. That's Trout Mask Replica, about my third or so listen. And you see, towards the end there, yeah, I kind of didn't really like the album, or it was really falling off for me. But then the idea or the thought that came up was, because I've heard his one album, Safe as Milk, and I just kind of forgot that was his debut album. So like, how does he go from Safe as Milk? How does he go from this song right here? You see how like smooth the drumming is, the guitars, his vocals. But I'm glad. Like, I got goosebumps because, and then the harmonies. This was their first album, so now I'm questioning, how did he go to Trout Mask Replica in like 1 year? Which now I think after this, I'm going to actually re-listen to Safe as Milk. And for the first time, I will listen to Strictly Personal. I've heard Leave My Decals Off. I've heard that one. But now I'm very curious in the evolution of how do you go to this sound? Are you just bored with music and then you're just like, all right, I'm just gonna do it? Oh, okay. Sorry, that's just the main thing like I will do after recording this. But yeah, Trout Mask Replica. This album, I don't hate it anymore. I think I was pretty harsh on it before. I think I rated this like a 1, or like basically like bottom of the, music. But I've never really heard an album where I liked a lot of the parts, and then equally there were parts that I didn't enjoy at all, or I thought was, just poorly executed. And again, I just really have to... The reason why I think this time around I appreciate this album is because it's really a testament that you can just make anything. You could just put it out there, man. People will listen. They'll talk about it. People will like it. So for just creativity, for being balls to the wall, this is like the epitome of that. And as I said while we were listening to this album, there's albums that capture like their own vernacular, their own sort of like language to you. And this album, as with Deltron 3030 and with in the Aeroplane by Neutral Milk Hotel, those two albums to me, when I hear them lyrically or just like the soundscape they really bring, it's unlike anything I've ever heard. And this is right up there with them. Maybe even more, but then see, like, I think this album has like a lot of flaws with it. I just think, the production quality really, it's a really roller coaster. Like sometimes you'll get some really low quality, just grainy vocals, and then suddenly like you have something that sounds really bluesy and really sick. And then again, you have lyrics sometimes that they can be really fun and playful, but then they could also be like incoherent, even sometimes disturbing a little bit. And then there's a lot of amateurness in here. And right now, look at me saying amateur, but just saying that like, is by Zappa, like he produced this, or executive producer, or whatever he did. Like he kind of was a man of the operation. And there's just a lot of things on here that just like a lot of mixing problems, or I know those are creative decisions, but just things that don't really make or even ruins the song sometimes. With the vocals, they keep in the like the clicks. There's no instrumentals on them too. And I know it's the style of it, but sometimes, right, we're catching the groove or we're doing something and then it kind of goes out of place and it's like, oh, what the heck? But that's also a benefit of it, is that it really does capture like the way that we know rhythm and grooves. We just like, like it contradicts that, because like it just goes into its own like tempo and change and signature and stuff. It's just like, oh, we're just gonna mess up this chord now, or mess up this harmony we have going on here. So you see, that's the genius of it. Now, does it actually translate to being a pleasurable listen? Sometimes. That's the thing. Sometimes. And that's kind of the battle I keep having on almost every song, is that I'm like, I like this part, but they kind of ruin it, or they go away from it. So that's the challenge of this album. This album is, it's very challenging in the way of like, if you want something coherent, but if you want something that's like the most zany, abstract, psychedelic mess, then this is kind of the album for you. That's the thing too. I thought this one kind of just sounded like someone who's like high, or someone who's been like experimenting with drugs. I'm just like, I'm gonna make an album. Oh, aliens shitting on the floor. Yeah, that's cool. Something like that. So that's why to me, I'm like, the direction doesn't really mesh with me. But you see, now I am interested also in just diving more into it. I've seen videos on it and I kind of know roughly the history of it. But now, see, I just kind of want to pick it apart now. So maybe, again, I'm more interested in the process and how this album even, came to be. More of like what each song means, or like the lyrics, because there's a lot of lyrics that went over my head, or just where it's more jargon than anything else. So, see, but I think these type of albums, music, these experiments, however you want to call them, I do think they push us as listeners, as people who just enjoy media, because now there's so many different ways to critique it and to, see it, to hear it, what things, yeah. And I might have already said this, but I just want to say it. Yeah, like I'm saying, like the drumming, the changes in the instruments, the chords and the messiness and how it clashes. That's two ways you can view it. You can view it as it's so free spirited and it's really just trying to get an idea from someone's head and trying to put it out there. And DC sometimes it is going to actually sound cool and different and unique, but then there's the other side of it where it's like, this just does not do well, and we should have actually refined it and tried to actually stick to it structurally, harmonically, and everything. So you see, that's the thing, is that this album is just so back and forth, man. And you can really view it any way, and I think that's fantastic. I think it's fantastic for conversations and for, envelope pushing things. But, if I am kind of comparing this to some of the greatest albums of all time that I've ever heard and everything, it doesn't really come close. And this is more of like a cult album. This is something that I think is more like, have you heard Trout's Replica, bro? it's so good, man. It's the best album ever. Like, it sounds to me more memey, I think. But I think when you dive into it, there are so many great parts to this. And I think it's just an interesting way to view something that's like really flawed, but it embraces what it is. It's just randomness, craziness, zaniness, stuff that's just so ridiculous. But that's what it is. So I'm glad that, this listen, I didn't really know what it was going to be after it wrapped up. But I can say I don't hate this album. That's very different from what I thought of a few years ago. I was like, this is awful. Oh my god, it's the worst type of music ever. But now, see, I'm much older, much wiser. And while, maybe I'm not here saying it's the greatest thing of all time, I still think that it's one of the more interesting albums you'll probably ever hear in your life. And now I kind of just want to dive in a little bit more with the album, with the lyrics, and before Trout's Replica. Again, re-listen to Safe as Milk, right? That's what it was called. And the other album I saw there too. So it's gonna be like a little evolution thing. Like, how did you get to here into there? That's gonna be the fun thing for me. See again, so sometimes it's not even about the album experience. Sometimes it's like, okay, like what happens afterwards? Or do you want to dive more into them? Do you want to dive into more of the album? And sometimes that's the whole point of it. Sometimes. But yeah. I just had a hunch to listen to this album, to re-listen to it again. And if anyone's still here, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me on this experience. I'm a music nerd. I'm a music guy. If you want to follow me on Rate My Music, it'll be somewhere here. And recommend me other albums to re-listen to or to just listen to as well. I've heard just about everything in the world. But re-listens, I think, are very key and vital to really getting an album or to just re-experience it. Because again, like, I don't remember every song. I don't remember every album. So, like I said, follow me on there. Comment below if you want to see more or what albums. Or even see those ratings and see, Ed, what the heck? You rated this so low? Re-listen to it. Because that's kind of something I'm down for. Alright, guys. That was Trout's Replica. Thank you for joining me on this album re-listen. Fast and bulbous!